Okay, good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing? How is everybody feeling? I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm feeling very, very sensitive. We have our full moon going on. It feels like a bit of anxiety, but it's more so sensitivity and emotion. When the full moon happens, sometimes you'll feel more heightened. For me, I'm feeling extremely sensitive while being productive at the same time. There's also a geomagnetic storm going on. If you try to look it up, there's not really a bunch of news outlets talking about it, but if you remember those auroras, right, like the northern light phenomenon that was going on, it's basically the same thing is happening now, I guess just on a larger scale in terms of geomagnetic storm. And this is happening because of the sun's solar flares, something like that, right? The energy is moving and it's hitting our little energetic field around the planet and creating, a little bit of intensity, geomagnetically speaking, right? Something that we can't really see, but sometimes there will be some visual effects up in the northern parts of the United States and North America. And here I am, being your geologist. No, but I'm not going to lie, just feeling a bit sensitive. I hope everybody is doing okay. If you feel a little off, you feel a little, burdened, just know you're not crazy, right? There's a few things going on that's making us feel this way. But nonetheless, I hope everybody's okay. This is a great time to cling to the Word, right? Cling to the Lord. Spend some alone and quiet time with Him. Work through emotions, anything that might be disturbing you or bothering you. Let's go ahead and begin with the daily message. Let's do it now, all right? Let's do it now. All right. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Okay. Whew. We got a long one today. This is from Surah 6 Al-An'am, which is the cattle. Okay. Okay. So my thumb did land in the middle, but it's more so on this longer Surah here. Line 99 from Surah 6. I'll go ahead and notate this and I'll read it out to you here. Okay, Surah 6, line 99. And if you can imagine what we're discussing here, right, Surah Al-An'am, the cattle, we are going to discuss creation, like we often do. It says, "It is He who sendeth down rain from the skies. With it we produce vegetation of all kinds. From some we produce green crops, out of which we produce grain, heaped up at harvest." Excuse me. "Out of the date palm and its sheaths or spathes come clusters of dates hanging low and near. And then there are gardens of grapes and olives and pomegranates, each similar in kind, yet different in variety. When they begin to bear fruit, feast your eyes with the fruit and the ripeness thereof. Behold, in these things are signs for people who believe." Wonderful. So we've been discussing this. The signs, right? Where are the signs? Where is the magic? Really, without using the term magic, because it's really creation, right? It's the emphasis of the Lord, right? His creation is His emphasis. It's one of His many great legacies, is His creation. Let me see if I can put this down and type with two hands, just so you're not looking at me type with one hand for the rest of this time. So now, right, as I'm typing and not talking to you, go ahead and meditate on the great creation. Go meditate on what's in your fridge, or your pantry, or your fruit bowl. And if there's nothing there, think about how you are going to purchase those things. Or think of them already in your possession, or in your garden, or non-existent garden. Think of them growing in your garden. Okay, so meditating on your fruit, on the items in your pantry, the items in your fridge, and the deliciousness, right? The deliciousness, the ripeness. How could you say that God does not love you? Okay, with that beauty, with that nice, healthy piece of energy, really. It's solar energy and vegetation and water combined, right? Making something edible and delicious for you to eat, something that actually keeps you moving and going and surviving, really. How could you say that our Lord is not a God of love, of mercy, of generosity, of kindness, right? Ar-Rahim, the bestower of mercy. He gives us these gifts, right? And in that is a sign for the believers, right? We're always grateful when we have abundance and surplus. We are always grateful when we know we don't have it right now, but we know it's coming at some point. We're always grateful, and we just meditate on that greatness. And we focus on the beauty that we do withhold, and we assist Allah in producing this. So we meditate on that and pray on that and give thanks due to that. Because in everything there are signs. Sorry. Yesterday, in my sensitivity, right, Ian made me write 22 lines of things that I'm grateful for. And that was a really great practice. If you do want to exercise, just a quick gratitude list. Sometimes it can seem a little bit of a bore, especially if you're feeling more down, right? Thinking of all these things, it might seem insincere. But once you kind of get going and once you really think about it, it is a good thing to do and to think about. It's very helpful to lift the mood and just remind yourself, everything is good, right? There's a lot that you can be thankful for. A lot, right? 22 things seems like a lot of stuff to go ahead and write down, but really it does not compare to really everything that we have, at our fingertips and existing in our life and internally within our spirit, things that we can be grateful for. And that there are signs for us to believe for the believers. I'm going to go ahead and leave this at that. Give me one moment here. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for listening. I will be back on and we're going to discuss the final part of 1 Kings. We're finally done wrapping that up, okay? We'll go ahead and get into that in just a moment. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.